And we're live. Live Q&A. I figured to start about, I wanted to talk about dunk training because I'm in the middle of my strength phase. So I figured I would do a live stream so I can get your questions while I talk about it. Whoa. I got questions. All right, Colin T01. Hey, what's up? Josh, sup? Early boys. Michael Jordan played against plumbers is a username. His name, I will soon get my first dunk. 5'9", no leg workout, constant jumping. All right. Keep jumping, boy. Just recently started dunking. All right. Waiting for some questions. Let's see. What's up, Griefy? Anyway, what's up, and Fenny? I jumped yesterday and felt awful jumping, like my body-wise, like physically, but my bounce felt pretty good. Felt like I was getting up really easy, especially in warm-ups. It felt like I was really strong with my jumps. My standing vert was really good. It was about as good as it's been through this last strength phase, which has been just over about a month and a week for like the serious strength phase, but I started it over 2 months ago, but it kind of took me almost a month to like get into the groove of it. Lamp. Someone wrote that. Duncan Peter, yeah, you were super close, bro. You're going to get it anytime soon. Keep doing that, though. Just do exactly that lob. It looked really good. Anyway, so, yeah, so I felt pretty bad. I felt like my body was just like barely recovering. It felt like I needed like to really rehab my body, even though I was jumping and doing the same thing for weeks now. It just kind of feels like the lifting is taking its toll, and now that I'm heavier and like consistently heavier, I'm like 182. Before I started any training, I was like 172. So it's like now I feel thick and all my like body parts hurt. Not really too badly, but like when I warm up and stuff, it takes longer to warm up. And I feel like I just need to do a little bit more strength training. I'm going to Hawaii in 2 weeks for a week, so I'm definitely not going to be strength training there unless I hit up my boy Ryan and we can get a lift in. But besides that, I'm going to probably just jump if I can, try to get some athletic movements going in Hawaii, but it's going to be probably a week off of training. So I'm trying to push through, do 2 more weeks of lifting, and then have that deload week. But I definitely think I might switch to some low impact jumping, like sprinting and some plyometrics that aren't so impactful as jumping. But just trying to be a little bit more athletic. But I'm maintaining my vert very well, getting really strong. I think this is the strongest I've ever been. And so I just got to stay healthy, and I'm going to fly when I stop lifting because I'm going to be so strong, and I'm just going to be only jumping and getting athletic, and I'm so pumped for dunk mixes. It's going to be vicious. All right, so Griefy says, what's your max height you can jump? I touched at dunk camp, I think 11.2. It was a 41-inch vert, but I hit my head on 10 feet. I think that's like a 42. I would say 43-inch jump is probably my highest jump. Next Dunker 99 says, how much longer are you going to keep working on strength? I just answered that a little bit. I know the question I asked, he probably asked that question before I said that, but can you guys hear me, by the way? Those that are on the live stream. I'm going to work on strength for probably 2 more weeks. I'm going to see how I feel after that. If I feel like my body's getting better, I'm going to try to continue strength training, but I do have that week off. So I think I'm going to try to take that week off and maybe after that start jumping a lot and see how I feel jumping. And then as soon as I'm jumping my highest ever, just have fun with that for a little bit, and then gonna just, meaning like switch to explosive, because that's the second part of your question. Am I going to switch to explosive phase? I'm going to switch to explosive, get my athleticism through the roof, and then get right back to strength training once I want to start jumping higher again. What's up, Leighton Templeton with the muscle? How do you deal with blisters, bloody hands? My blisters are pretty like solid now, but when I was like hitting them often, I would kind of just deal with it. I mean, they hurt, but they don't really affect anything. If they hurt that bad, I mean, just rest. They just heal. It's just skin. So your skin just heals. I don't know. Put a Band-Aid on it. It's not that big of a deal. You get used to it. E-Ray Jenk says, I'm about 5'9", 15 years old. Do you think I'm going to grow tall? Dude, I have no idea. There's a lot of factors. 5'9" at 15 is already pretty tall. I think that's how tall I was. But if your parents are 6'5", yeah, you'll probably grow a little bit more. Just look at your parents. That's pretty much how, and your family. That's the best bet. What's good, Will Union? Everything. Thanks. He says, Griefy says, I can hear you. Thanks for that. Depends on your diet and your father's height. How old are you when you got your first proper dunk on 10 feet? 19. I started when I was 18, I believe. No, I think I started when yeah, 18. Yeah, I think I started when I was 18, but not like the whole year. I think I started like a couple months before my 19th birthday. Maybe 18th birthday. I don't know. I talked about this, but I'm pretty sure my first dunk was 19. I remember saying that. How much longer are you going to work on strength? Probably 2 more weeks, and then I have a vacation for a week. I already said that. Sorry if you guys are late. But if you guys, if you ask a question, I say I answered it, just go back and listen. I'm going to make this a podcast. So those listening on the podcast, this was a live stream on YouTube. So what's good, live stream? And what's good to the still spinning fam? We're still spinning, baby. Have you ever been injured? Plenty of times. I broke both my hands, both from dunking, but one was dunking. I was going up for an alley-oop, and I swung my arms really hard and hit someone's elbow. His elbow was coming down, broke my hand. The other one was I hit my hand on the rim, and I broke my hand. I hurt my groin, like I pulled my groin. Not like I didn't get it checked out, but it hurt for weeks. I've rolled my ankles, broken my ankles. I still can't touch rim at 5'11". Help me. Jump a lot. Focus on small goals. If you close to the rim, just jump over and over again. If you can't, if you're like 5 inches from the rim, just try to go for backboard and just do that. And just little by little, you got to do it. Like just add up tiny little amounts of goals. Like set a goal that's like half an inch and that's it. And just keep jumping to do that. I do training, by the way, for you guys that don't know. I do training, and the thing about the training that's really beneficial is I learn more about what you've done in the past, where you're at right now, and then I can gauge like your strength level, your explosive level, and I can give you a really good game plan for what I think you should do. Let's see. Yo, what's up? What's up? What part of your leg contributes the most to dunking? I think all muscles in your legs contribute, but I guess if I had to choose, it'd be the back of your legs, and not like one muscle, but like the posterior chain. So your hamstrings and your glutes, but your lower back's in that as too. Your core is really important. Your quads are obviously important. But I would say the hamstrings and the glutes are a really big part of it. Calves too. But your back is a huge part of jumping. If you just go out and jump a lot and you have good form, go out and jump till you're dead and then see what's sore. And that's how I've learned, because everything's sore when I have a good jumping day. From my shoulders down through my core to my upper back, lower back, hamstrings, everything. Hey, good timing. All right. When I tried, this is not a stand, says, when I try dribble dunks, I always let go of the ball and then grab the rim after. It's probably, I don't want to sound negative, but it's probably you're not getting high enough, because you're probably letting go of the ball because your hand is reaching for the rim. But if you can get higher, you can keep your hand on top of the ball, and then you can go down with the ball. I know you feel like you're close, because I've been there, and it feels like you can just dunk because you're getting the ball over the rim. You're maybe even back rimming and you're grabbing the rim, but you have to get a little higher to stay on top of the ball and then also push the ball downwards. Are you in college right now? No, I graduated. I'm going through my career. Love from the UK. Thanks, Will Union. I'm actually in my career. I have just a regular job right now, 9 to 5. I'm trying to make YouTube my dream job, and I'm doing a lot of other things on the side because I love creating content. I love talking to you guys. I love dunking, and I love making videos. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. Great question. I love that. Dylan Devini, how should I start trying to dunk? I'm 14, can get hand above the rim. I'm 2-foot jumper. I would say if you're 14, just dunk all the time. If you can get your hand above the rim, you should probably try throwing a lob. I actually have a tutorial how to throw a lob. You should probably get close to that if you're getting your whole hand over the rim. So just dunk, bro. At 14, just dunk until you're fully grown, or just do a lot of body weight strength. Take over looses. You got dumb bounce. Bro, thank you. I'm trying to get it stupider, if you know what I mean. 6'4", can't dunk. Just work on your technique. Work on your jumping. Look up good technique. Look up what you're doing. Videotape yourself. Just try to keep pushing yourself to get stronger and get faster. Have you ever posterized someone? I think you meant to write. Avenir. I have, sort of. Not like that much contact, but it was also like a setup. Not that it was fake, but like he just wanted to try to block me. It wasn't like in a game, like a natural defender just trying to dunk. But that would be awesome, and that's my dream. How do you height check correctly? Just run. I like to use my head because I get a good jump, and I kind of put my arms down. And whenever I reach for something, it's not bad. If I reach for the ball, I go up good. But if I go to reach for something on the backboard, I don't jump as well. Only because like I think my timing's not the best. Because you're reaching for something, if you're timing and you hit it too early, if you hit it too late, you're not at your very peak. But your head is like, I have better timing trying to hit my head on the backboard, and there's a little bit more room to spare. So just jump your highest, run as hard as you can, jump your highest, and like swing your arms up and then swing them back down. I like to swing them down because you kind of get like a little boost. Leighton Templeton, how did you get back into dunking after a broken ankle? Because I sprained my ankle really, really bad. Can't dunk anymore. Yeah, so just I wasn't even dunking at the time. I was just hanging on the rim. I literally got my first rim hang, and then like a week later or something, I sprained my ankle or fractured it. I was in a boot for a while, and then when I came back, I couldn't even like grab the rim anymore. So I just started jumping again. You just slowly get back into it. Get your ankles strong. Go on like one of those Bozu ball things that you see in my videos a lot, and try to get strong with that. Like I do like pistols on it, but that's kind of tough. I would say if you're rehabbing, especially, just try to stand on it, hold something and stand on it, because that stabilization is really good for your ankles. Get it strong. Use a resistance band. Get your ankles super strong, because then it can prevent those injuries, but also help you rehab it as you're trying to get it back to strong. But just start jogging, then start running, then start jumping, and just basically just gradually get back into it. How can your core help you jump? Well, when you jump, your core stabilizes everything and keeps you upright and keeps you in the right form. So if you have a weak core, you're not going to be able to handle that position of jumping. You're not going to be able to hold that force. So when you produce all that force, it's not going to be able to be stabilized in your body. So definitely do force. 6 feet, really close to dunk. Just keep trying, dude. You'll get it anytime. If you're close already, I say just keep trying to do it. Sorry, these questions sometimes... I tore my pelvis. What should I do? I have no clue. I have no clue what that feels like. I would say rest until it's fully healed and then gradually get it stronger, dude. I don't know pelvis. I got you, Stan. Do you get blisters on your hand? Yes, I do. Now they're just like really calloused over, but when I was jumping lower and grabbing the rim at my fingertips a lot more, because now I hit more of my palm. I only really hit my fingertips if I'm like going with like 2 hands. But when you get blisters all the time, just wear like a band-aid so it doesn't like rip the skin every time, because that was annoying because it kept like ripping the same skin. Don't worry about it though. Just kind of get used to it. Just fight through it, because it doesn't really affect you jumping. Hello from Spain. What's up? Go to sleep, man. Says it's his time to sleep. What's up, Pablo? Why are my 2-handers harder than 1-handers? Well, with 1-handers, just for me, I have to reach. With one you can reach, with 2 you can't really reach. If you just reach right now as high as you can with 1 hand, you can see you can kind of lean. You can do that. By the way, left right is starting to come back a little bit. It feels really good, and when I go to hang with 2 hands left right, I'm super aggressive. It just feels so natural attacking the rim like that. So I'm super pumped to start getting my left right back, because I just want to get higher than ever left right too. How many smells do you have per day? AK visuals. That's a really good question. I did ask somebody that exact question recently. I believe it was you. Inside joke exposed. But smells do you have? I have at least I think 12,060. I can say at minimum I have that many a day. Rob Morris. Hey, Steve, I can hang on the rim with both hands. Any tips for getting my first dunk? Lob. Throw that lob, boy. Right, left jump technique. Perfect for my lob tutorial. Just look up that lob tutorial. It's exactly what you need, because you're probably really close. Last week I was dunking. Mike says last week I was dunking with ease, getting the ball in. I don't know if I'm fatigued or not training enough. Now this week I can barely get it in. Sorry, I butchered that. Last week I was dunking easy. This week I'm barely getting the ball in. I don't know if I'm fatigued or not training enough. I would say always push yourself harder, but try to take notes of how you feel every day and keep like a journal of that, and keep a journal of how you're jumping, because that takes time to learn your body. And I say that's a really tough thing to do, but really important for the dunk journey. Just keep learning about your body, but always push yourself more. If it's been like a whole week and you rested at least 3 days, I say it's definitely that you're not training enough and you maybe need to push yourself. And also, when you first start jumping, if you had a great jumping day, you might not have another great jumping day for a week or 2 weeks, you know? That's part of the dunk journey too, is building up your endurance to jump more and more. Will Union, what subject did I study? I studied information technology. Nice, man. I like psychology. The GOAT. If some people who simply can't jump high enough to dunk, 5'8" can touch the rim on a good day, can't jump off 2 feet, literally. I think everyone can find a way to dunk, unless you're like under 5 feet tall. Even if you're 5'1", I think you can do it. But anyone, like Porter Mayberry at 5'5", dunks crazy. Like if you think about what he can do, like he jumps super high. So for him to be able to jump that high and other people to just want to get a basic dunk, I think it's possible. Anything's possible. 5'8" definitely can dunk. Do you have to stretch every time? When I warm up, I do like a dynamic warm up. It's kind of like dynamic stretching. I try to stretch every day. I'm really tight, so it's really hard. I try to just at least get moving every day and get some blood flowing. Bulking effect. How does bulking affect your jumps? Says Marcel. Bulking, if you're getting more body fat, your body's not going to be as efficient. It's going to be harder on your body when you land with all the extra weight. So you definitely want to try to get stronger, but like maintain your body fat and also maintain some of your explosive muscle mass, if that makes sense. Whoa. These questions come in quick, and then I try to scroll, and they all blow past. Important parts to stretch: everything. I can't really narrow it down. Back, shoulders, legs, everything. Can you make a video on helping your knees, like how to prevent jumper's knee? Yes. I have my one podcast. I talk about how gluten helped me, like cutting my diet helped me, but I tried everything else too. But actually, Athletic Truth Group has a great video on knee health because he really believes in knees over toes. But look up Athletic Truth Group, jumper's knee. The sponsor to the podcast, by the way. Shout out. Leighton Templeton. Well, it's been 7 months later. Finally get my hand back over the rim. If I do it, my ankle starts to hurt. Get your ankle stronger. Just use a resistance band. Get it super strong. And just focus on range of motion and getting strong in all different angles. Find my vertical goes down with ball in my hand. Yeah, it's normal because a lot of times when you have the ball in your hand, you can't use your arm swing as well. So that's pretty normal. Just it shouldn't be a big drastic gap. Mine's a little bit drastic where I jump a lot higher than with the ball in my hand, but most people it's like a little bit lower. I'm doing good, Alex. Thanks for the question. I like that. What's up, Mr. K? Trying to dunk at 6'4", 215. Got any advice? I don't know what your body fat is, but get that around 10% at least, I think, if you can. But just jump a ton, get explosive. If you're 6'4", you probably aren't the most explosive, so try just doing a lot of plyometrics, a lot of jumping. And I just say that because taller guys are usually, to start, not as agile as smaller guys. How many attempts do you average per session? On a full jump day, it's usually around like 40 to 50, I think. Basketball man, can we ever get a dunk session together? Definitely. That'd be awesome. Antonio Jackson, what's good, bro? How long did it take me to dunk on 9 feet? When I started, I think I was already dunking on 9 feet because I was I was able to touch a 10-foot rim. But 9 feet, I don't remember. The Unknown Musketeer. How do you know if you can dunk? P.S. I'm gaming with 2 hands and always palming with 1. I don't know what that means. How do you know if you can dunk? I'd say if you can get wrist level to a rim, at least. When I was younger, did I have Oscar-Schlotters in my knees? No, but about a year or 2 ago, I had knee pain from jumping. I just rehabbed it by I have rehab exercises on my YouTube, but basically just like resting and then doing like minor exercises with a little bit of weight and gradually trying to increase that weight. So doing a weight that like you felt pain, but it was very minor, and then just trying to get more range of motion, get a little stronger and do 1,000,000 reps in that position, and then slowly get stronger. And then the diet got the last little bit of pain out of my knees. Antonio Jackson, I believe I did, bro. If I didn't respond, just hit me up again. I'll respond. I respond to all my DMs, baby. Yam City says Jay McClelland. Okay. The GOAT says, man, you've been my inspiration for quite a while. You helped me get back to training. It feels good. Keep that good stuff going. Oh, thanks a lot, man. I was looking for a question, but that's why I read the whole thing. But thanks you a lot. I really appreciate that, man. When was I first dunk? 19. I'm 6'1" and can only dunk with 1 hand. I'm a 1-foot jumper, can also get up with 2, but I can't throw it down. You can't dunk it with 2 feet, but can't throw it down. Get up with 2 feet, but can't throw it down. Maybe it's your timing. Maybe you have really good timing with 1 hand, but if you get up as high as you do with off 1 foot, then you should be able to dunk with 2 foot. Just try to get that lob down. Try to get that timing down. Is it a good idea to try to dunk with mini basketballs? Yeah, but I definitely say only like 10% of the time. Try to work on a big ball because you want to get used to that big ball. You don't want to get used to the little ball. Who's your favorite college dunker? Well, he's not in college anymore. I was going to say DJ Steffens. He came into my head right away, but he's on the Memphis Grizzlies now, apparently. It's super dope. Super pumped for that. College dunker. Oh, Zion, probably, or Mac McClung. Dude, those guys. Calf raises are good. Everything's good. There's no exercise that's good. You have to, if you listen to my latest podcast before this one with Chase Skinkis, we talked about training and how every training method is good. You just have to find the right stimulus that your body needs. I can dab, but I haven't dabbed in like a year now, so I don't want to relapse. Shout out to Adam. So no, I cannot dab. I'm sorry. Physically, I can. Mentally and emotionally, I can't. 15, 5'10", 142 pounds. I really need some timing tips. Like timing for a log. I have a tutorial on that. Definitely check that out. But basically, you just want the ball to be at its peak when you grab it, so you don't have to raise it up at all, and you don't have to like cock it back. It's just right over the rim, almost like a layup, like almost like it's gonna bounce in, and then you just kind of smack it in. When was your first in-game dunk? I've actually not had a 10-foot in-game dunk. Legitimate. I had one, but the game was really lame, and I did like a self-bounce. But I haven't had like a dribble 10-foot dunk yet. But my first game dunk was like probably like 2 years ago. You see Zion needs weights under his vertical jump machine. No, I didn't see that. I don't know what that means. Zombie Killer 4-4. What is good for 1-foot jumpers? How do you practice putting the ball in? I'm tall and can palm it, but it's hard. You gotta just, if you can dunk and you have trouble putting it in and you miss or something like that, just dunk over and over again. That muscle memory comes in. But just think about like flushing it with your hand. You can practice that motion with like a medicine ball, just like flushing your hand down, like throwing it down to the ground above your head. Bring the medicine ball above your head and like flick your wrist down hard with the medicine ball. That's a good way to get that muscle memory without actually dunking. 1-foot jumpers, I say, do like bounding and sprints, but also just single leg exercises, but also every exercise too. Just basic 2 legs like squats and deadlifts. Everything's good for all jumps. You just got to find the stimulus you need. How do you windmill? Wait, 1-foot or 2-foot dunk is better, Connor. 5'10", can almost throw down a lob. Off 2, what should I do? There's no one that's better. Definitely work on both, because most of you, I'm sure, play basketball. You want to be able to jump off both, and also working on your 1-foot will help your 2-foot. So work off 1 foot from both feet and work off 2 feet on both plants. Do you know how to windmill off 1 foot? Because I can easily dunk, but I feel like my windmill rotation is too slow. If it's too slow, you got to just rep it out. Try to maybe go to a low room so you could rep it out really fast. But when I learned how to windmill on a 10-foot, like off 2 feet, I went to 9.8 and couldn't even do it. And I thought I can do it on 10 foot because I was jumping high enough. But I realized after that session, my motion was super slow. So I just repped it out a million times, and now that motion's super fast. I was the same height when I started dunking, 5'10". Any advice for me? I'm a 1-foot jumper but can't dunk with 2 hands. If it's right there, just try it over and over again, because you'll get it, and then once you get it, it'll be in your brain. I dunked in a game 2-over-2, but it was scrubs. Nice. What's good for helping 2-hand dunks, because I can't get my other hand up? Maybe try a lob first if you can already dunk off the dribble, but if you try lobs, just throwing it near the rim. You can try that dunk that I do, that self-bounce one. That one's really easy because it puts the ball right by the rim. It's pretty, once you get the timing's harder to start, but once you get the timing down, it's really easy. Michael Jones, find my vertical goes down with the ball in my hand. I answered that. Are you ever coming back to Utah for another big dunk session, vert testing? Yes, I'll be at dunk camp next year. Same time next year. I think it's June. How tall am I? How long are you? What? I'm 5'10" long. Will you give me a shout out if I run out in the rain and try to dunk? No, that's dangerous, bro. Just put that good work in. But boys, I'm super pumped for dunking. I'm super close to that explosive phase, and it's going to be the best explosive phase of my life. And I'm really, really excited about it because I'm still jumping well, and I feel awful. Like my body feels very inoptimal for jumping. It feels very heavy and muscly. I feel beefy. Do you think plyometrics help with your vertical jump? Of course. The key with plyometrics is doing exercises 100%. If you do depth jumps, you just step off the box and jump, and just step off the box and jump. You're going through the motions. You have to step off that box, land, and try to explode your hardest. And that's how all plyometrics are, and that's how you get the best results, and the only way that they're going to work. Marcel Kramer, thanks a lot, dude. Standing reach is 91 inches. That's weird that you both asked that in simultaneous questions. Has your sprinting speed improved with your vertical? I would say yes, but maybe very little unless I actually do sprints. If I'm increasing my vertical and trying to sprint, because I've never practiced sprinting, If I never practice sprinting, maybe not, but the potential's probably bigger. So if I go to sprint now and give myself a couple weeks, it's probably way faster than it was if my vertical never changed, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm going to start sprinting soon. I have not been to Australia, but I plan on going for sure. 6'1". My sister's actually moving there, so I might visit her, which would be awesome. I'm 6'1", but I can grab rim on a good day. Any tips? Keep jumping. If you can grab the rim, try to grab it and hang. And then after that, try to hang with two hands. That's my best advice. Just jump a lot, get faster and stronger. And you could just jump a lot and to get stronger. You could just do body weight stuff at first while you're just trying to get explosive. Every workout will help you jump higher if you get stronger and stay explosive and jump. Yes, Snapchat is S. Sally. My first initial and my last name. My schedule right now for the weight room, like last week, I actually have my training calendar online. If you go to my website, stevenselly.com, you can look at my training calendar and look exactly what I do. I thought that was really helpful. So now that's up there. It doesn't have everything, but it has the last month or so far. But I'm going to keep adding to it. But right now it's like squat and dunk on one day, and then rest, and then probably next workout on, like I'm going to do it tomorrow, which is like jump a little bit, and then my secondary workout of like split squats and good mornings, and then maybe dunk the next day. But it's usually like 2 workouts, which is like I usually dunk and work out the same day, and then maybe one other jumping day right now, or maybe 2. Trip to Minnesota and have a dunk session, I would love to as well. Kevin Cole, that's awesome. I'm glad you're starting to dunk. How long did it take you from touching the rim to dunking? I think it was 4 to 5 months. Just jumping a ton, trying to hang on the rim, and then trying to throw lobs. And then, lifting. Fractured my ankle, wasn't able to play for a while. Now I'm back grabbing. Any tips for getting above and dunking? Just keep jumping, keep jumping. Arizona would be dope too. I do technique reviews on my website as well. If you want like a dunk analysis, it's really helpful. But he said, I know I can jump high, but I think my technique is bad. But I also have a video on my YouTube about dunking technique off 2 feet. Basically, you want a big penultimate. You want to take off and plant with those feet almost simultaneous. So the big penultimate step into your plant. So for me, my right step is my penultimate. As soon as I plant my right foot, my left foot's almost simultaneous. It's like pop. And then you take off as fast as you can. How tall were you when you were 12? I don't know, like 5'5" maybe. I was short. 12? Damn, I was probably like 5 feet tall. How old are you what grade are you when you're 12? No, I don't even know if I was 5 feet tall yet. I grew a lot from like 9th to 10th grade. Outside of dunking and YouTube, I swim. I play a little 2K. I travel a little bit. I think about the universe. I do a podcast. What else? I like that question. I eat. I try to read. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Like learning a lot. Foam rolling help you jump higher. Doesn't like directly help you jump higher, but if it helps your legs recover and helps the soreness and lactic acid and things like that, it allows you to train better and then jump higher. What made Derrick Rose so explosive? Obviously, I've seen him. Yes, he's amazing. I actually just watched a Dunkademics video. Shout out Dunkademics. He posted Derrick Rose recently. His tomahawks are probably the best in the game, dude. Makes me want to jump left, right. What made him so explosive? Honestly, I think he was just like extremely gifted, but also trained super hard. He's really muscular if you look at like his shoulders and stuff like that. So he probably was super strong and always jumped. I feel like a lot of those people that are super explosive he's got that aggressive mentality. So when you have that mentality, you do everything 100%. So jumping is included. Would you recommend squatting as deep as possible when it comes to jump training or not? Just like I was saying before, I was talking to Chase and he said both is good, and I totally agree with that. When you deep squat, you're hitting different muscles, but when you do like a box squat, you're doing a different type of stimulus, so you can like load more weight, right? So definitely do both, maybe not simultaneously, but do some deep squats for a little bit, get strong in that area, then do some box squats and get strong in that area. Right now, my vertical yesterday was probably about 40, 41. Not great, but my max, I think, ever was 43. If you want to send me dunk attempts, I can give you tips for sure. I do answer almost all my DMs and things like that. But if like the best way to get your videos reviewed, if you want that, it's $10 on my website for a dunk analysis. It's really helpful. I've had a lot of people get that already. I respond almost instantly. Just send me a video, and I'll give you my full feedback and what I think you should do and work on, if anything, because a lot of you have good form. StevenSelly.com. Any tips for knee pain? Yeah, I went over that a little earlier. Basically, just rehab it, rest it if you need to, and then look up Athletic Truth Group. Over the Hill Dunker for sure. He's awesome. Who's next on the podcast? I don't know, but I'm trying to get Jordan Kilgannon. I'm trying to get TFB Chuck the Boss. I might get Jordan Sutherland. I haven't talked to him yet, but I also have other non-dunkers. I have my friend that's in the movie industry. He was a kid I knew from like really, really young, and he's like actually directing movies now, so that's really cool. I have another friend that's a big YouTuber, so I would love to have him on as well. I love watching Casey Neistat. Who's your favorite people to watch on YouTube other than dunkers? I love watching Casey Neistat. Dan Mace is awesome. Rogan, but he doesn't really count. He's like a podcast, but I still watch that. Who else? Peter McKinnon's really good. A lot of photography ones and like cinematic ones, but there's a lot of like comedians. Like comedians have like their own little shows that they produce themselves. Like Kevin Nealon has this one where he goes hiking, but he goes hiking with like all these famous people because he's got famous friends. So I love watching that. It's really cool to see. Watch the one with Owen Wilson. Kevin Nealon hiking with Owen Wilson. You'll find it. It's awesome. It's hilarious. Do I play any other sports? No, not right now. What's the best dunk you did? Probably a between the legs on 9-10 or a windmill on 10 feet. Do you remember me? Been here for a long. Zeke? Yeah, bro. I remember Zeke. What's up? How are you? Whiteboard Carter. I'm really good, dude. How you doing, bro? We just hit the 30-minute mark. I'm trying to get my first poster next week. Okay, send me that. StevenSelly.com is the website. I keep getting asked that. It's in the description. Do you guys see the description, by the way? I don't really understand how this live stream works. When am I going to do a 2K live stream again? Maybe tomorrow night. Yeah, maybe sometime during the day tomorrow, too. I don't know. Soon, though. Any key stretches? Hamstrings, hips, calves, ankles, back, shoulders. There you go. I think that's it for now. I got a lot of questions. I'm looking forward to my explosive phase. I'm going to be taking off like crazy, and I'm so pumped because I'm like, even though I felt like poop yesterday, I was able to get up pretty easy, like I said a million times. My right is coming along. I'm super pumped. I just really want to jump and feel explosive because I felt the opposite of I didn't feel sluggish, but I just felt like it was so hard to jump. Whiteboard Carter, still trying to get my first dunk. Just got to grind and get it. Jump life, baby, a.k.a. dunk life. Who's your favorite basketball player and team? Possibly Westbrook. But Harden is so fun to watch. He's so shifty. He's like, when I watch Curry, he's shifty, but Harden's like weird shifty. Like he's got that weird footwork that I love. I got my DMs, bro. I'll check out your dunks. Vertical jump. Favorite team? I don't know. The Lakers are hilarious to watch right now. I don't have a favorite team except for the Heat. Favorite player of all time is Dwayne Wade, and favorite team is the Heat of all time. But I just am a casual fan right now. I just like to watch. Best dunker of all time, NBA dunker, possibly Vince Carter. I hope that it's like I hope there's like a new young guy that just isn't known as a crazy dunker like there was back in the day. But Vince Carter is going to be hard to beat. Workout at home, plyometrics for sure, dude. Plyometrics all day long. Body weight stuff, go ham. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you like Pine Day Kobe? I think you mean Prime. Kobe was, yeah, Prime. Prime Kobe was disgusting. I'm just like, I felt like he was extremely talented, but like, I don't know. I'm a huge fan of Kobe too, but maybe not. He could be the best dunker of all time, but like he's known as a scorer. But he was such a good dunker too. But he wasn't like crazy high flying on all his dunks. Like he had some crazy ones, but Vince Carter felt like every single dunk was crazy high flying. I like that freak bounce. I've always wanted to dunk. What made you start dunking? I always wanted to. I dunked when if you look on my channel, Just type in 1998 Steven Selly. I dunked when I was like 5, not 10 feet. It was like 5 feet. But yeah, I've always loved it. And then when I found over the hill dunker Andy Nicholson, or like just try to touch the rim, I found his videos. I'm like, oh, I think it's possible, and I got it. Do you think backflips help jumping? Sort of. I think they help with your different muscles that are involved in jumping, but not directly. The key to dunking is consistently jumping and just consistently training and doing everything you can to stay healthy and efficient with your body, meaning body fat, sleep wise. Do weights stunt your growth? 6 feet and still growing? I would say if you do crazy heavy weight, it could. But if you're doing like reasonable weight and just getting strong and you're stretching properly, I think you're good. I was on my high school's. I'm 182 right now. I'm a beef boy. I was on my high school basketball team. I was on JV, but I was terrible and I didn't play. I never really practiced. Like I never practiced before high school. I just like played for fun. I was always just like fast and athletic, but I was never like that good at basketball. But I want to get better. That's why I can't wait for this explosive phase. I'll be playing a lot more. It's gonna be dope. Dennis Smith Jr. for sure. I'm a huge fan. He's nasty. I love all these young guys in the NBA that are dunking in college. What days do you notice you're jumping the highest? I usually jump the highest. It's hard because a lot of times it's like after a workout. If I do a lighter workout, not like a super intense workout, but like that stimulus helps me jump higher. But also it's like I'm super fresh. It's never really I jump my highest if I jump like till exhaustion the day before. I work out till if I jump like a little bit and I stay like fresh, kind of like prime myself, I usually jump the highest after that. Aside from squats, I haven't done any compound movements, but I do like single leg deadlifts with dumbbells. That might be it. My IG is Steven Dunks _dunks. YouTubers, I mentioned that. Zion Run. I'm kind of off the Fortnite wave because I suck, and after like 1 week of not playing, there was like 17 updates. I follow Ninja, and it was just like invisible people. I'm like, okay, I wasn't even good to begin with, and now there's all these friggin' updates of new features that I cannot keep up with. So I'm gonna be worse, and people are gonna be killing me so easily. Yeah, so that's that. So that's a little bit about that. I can't. But 2K is so fun. I'm gonna be as good as I can with 2K. I've been getting really good. I've never tried under both legs. I do want to get that eventually. That's one of my dream dunks for sure. All right, boys. I'll do this again soon. If you liked it, please let me know. If you want to help your boy out, just like the video, share it, all those free things. Subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. That's the best one. Share that dunk life. We're still spinning too. Remember that the universe is pretty nuts. We barely know even a tiny fraction of it, so anything's really possible. If you ever get worried, you ever thinking about, should I do this, should I do that, just remember it's just like a blink in time. You know what I mean? I play on Xbox. What exercises help with your vertical? Strength training and plyometrics. Done deal. And diet and sleep. Get that slumber, dude. All right, that's it for now. Thank you all for watching. Thank you a lot, Zombie Killer. Thank you guys. Fuego family, what's good, boy? All right, boys, I'm out. We'll do this soon. If you really liked it, leave a comment that you want me to do it again, and I could schedule it if there's a day that works better. This was kind of spur of the moment, but I wanted to get a little update on my strength training phase, my dunking phase, and say what's up to the boys. All right, I'll see you boys later.